Okay, so what I'm going to do is I'm going to make a quick tutorial for you about how to use Google Slides, and then also to get into a little bit more detail about your assignment that you have with your All About Me. So what I'm going to go ahead and do is I'm going to go ahead and check my Gmail account, which I'm in right now, and I see I have an email that says All About Me video, but apparently I spelled video wrong, so my apologies. So basically you see a link here, and I'm going to click this link and it's going to take me to something called Google Slides. If you have not used Google Slides before, you are going to become very familiar with it this year. Google Slides is something we are going to be using often, and it is a great way for us to share information and to do assignments. So I'm going to go ahead and click this link. And as I click the link, you're going to see it's going to tell me that I need to make a copy of the document. Basically, this means you're going to create something, and it's going to go into something called your Google Drive. And we're going to teach you more about your Google Drive this week. But for now, all you need to know is you're going to click Make a Copy. It's the only option you have, so you're basically just clicking the button that's there. So as I'm clicking this, it is going to open the document, and you will see the All About Me assignment. The next thing you're going to do, you are going to rename this document. So at the very top, and this is something we will be practicing a lot, it has the title of the assignment, Demo 3rd Grade Back to School All About Me book. I want you to go ahead and take your cursor and click up here, and you are going to you're going to highlight the copy of demo, and I'm just going to delete that. And right there, you're going to go ahead and type your name. So I am Miss McKee, so I'm going to write Miss McKee. So if your name was Joe Schmo, you're going to type in Joe Schmo. So this is a way to know the document is yours. So we went ahead and we typed our name, and now this is a way just to save it. And now I'm in my Google slide. I'm going to show you a couple different features today that you are going to want to know how to use with Google Slides, and you can always come back to this tutorial to learn about these features again. So the first thing you're going to see in Google Slides is over towards the left, you are able to click this bar and you can kind of scan all the different slides, and you can skip around. So right now I'm on the first slide. I can click the second slide. I can go down here to the fourth slide. This is a very easy way to go ahead and check the slides. And over here, you can see the actual slide that you are on. So I'm going to go ahead and I'm going to click the second slide, because this is where we are going to go ahead and enter some information about you. One of the first things that you see here is a little picture frame, and it says insert your picture here. There are two different ways you can insert a photo. If you already have a picture on your Chromebook that you would like to upload, you would go up here and click Insert, Image, Upload from your computer. And when you click on that, that's going to open up a box and you can upload a photo. Most people do not have photos already on their Chromebook, so that is probably something you are not going to use. The other way you can do it is you are going to take a photo from your Chromebook. This is something we are going to be doing very often, especially for math. So in order to do that, I have the directions right here, but you are going to go click Insert again, Image, and then instead you're going to go ahead and click the camera. And when you click camera, it is going to go ahead and it is going to open up your camera. So you're going to see my camera opened up, and you're going to see my lovely face. And you're going to go ahead and you're going to take a picture. And you can do that by clicking this yellow button. So strike a pose. And you can see right here is my photo. My lighting is not that good right here, but we have our photo. Now if you don't like it, you can click cancel and take another one. But if you do, you're going to click insert. So now you see my photo. See these little 4 arrows that popped up? That means when I click on it, I can drag it all around. Now I want it right here in this picture frame. So I'm going to click here, and you're going to see this is called a text box. It has text in it. The biggest thing you guys need to practice doing is deleting the words that are already in here. Anytime there's text already in your text box, it's usually directions. So you don't need to keep your directions there because you already read them. So I'm going to do that by highlighting this and deleting it, and now it's gone. And I'm going to drag my beautiful face over here. And I can do a couple of things. If I want this just to go in the middle, I can drag it there. If I want to make it bigger, see how this arrow popped up? I can drag it up. I can make it humongous. But that would kind of cover the words over here that I need to use. So I'm going to size it down a bit. And I could put it right there. This is me. All right. So that is how you insert a photo straight from your camera. Let's talk about typing in text box. Over here, we're going to type some information. There's lots of things we want to know about you. Your name, your age, your birthday, how tall you are, who your friends are. So every time I click on one of these, you see this box pop up, a text box. There's not a text box over here because there's nothing to type. So by clicking here, you're going to have your box pop up. You are going to go ahead, and what are we going to do? Since there's directions here, we're going to highlight it and delete it. So I'm going to delete my text that was there by hitting backspace or delete. I'm going to type my name. I'm going to type Miss McKee. And that is how you go ahead and type in a text box. We highlight what's already there, and then we go ahead and delete that. Now let's go down here to age. I'm clicking in my text box. I'm going to delete what's written there. Uh-oh. I accidentally deleted my whole box. This happens sometimes. Here's the magic of Google Docs. Let's look up here. See this arrow? It says undo. Whatever I just did, it will take it away and put me back to where I was. So there's my box. See how it came back? So if you ever make a mistake and your formatting has all of a sudden shifted and you don't know why, you can use that undo button, this arrow, okay, and it'll go back to the way it was. That is going to be your best friend once you are getting used to technology. All right, so let's talk about something else. Let's talk about how you can insert an image, but you can do it by using the internet. So down here on slide 3, we're asking you to insert some images here. And I have some directions right here on one way you can do it. We want to know some of your favorite things. So let's say we are telling you what your favorite book is. Okay? And let's say that my favorite book is When You Give a Mouse a Cookie. I want to go ahead and find a picture of that. I don't have a picture of that on my computer. Maybe if you have the book at home, you could take a picture of it with the camera like I just taught you. But if you don't, you can use the internet. So let's go back up here to Insert, back to Image, but we're not going to upload and we're not going to use the camera. This time I'm going to search the web. So right here, we're basically going to be using Google Images. So I said, if you give a mouse a cookie, and I'm going to hit Enter. And let's see what Google finds for me. Hey, look, there are some pictures of this book that I love. Specifically, this mouse that I know is a character in there. So I'm going to go ahead and I'm going to click on this image, and I'm going to drag it over to my slide. And by dragging, you're just clicking and you're moving your finger along the mouse pad. I'm going to X out of this just to get it out of my way. Now remember, you see all 4 of my arrows. I can click and I can drag it. I can also resize it if I want it to fit in that box. Okay? Now I'm putting it right over the text box, so I'm not too worried about deleting these words. But if I were to see those words, remember, you can click on that text box, highlight, and delete. And that is how you insert a photo from the web. Okay, let's go over another thing, which is dragging, which we kind of talked about a little bit. You're going to be using this a lot, especially with some math slides. There are going to be options where you can drag something onto a Google slide. Here's a summer checklist. Let's talk about things that you did over the summer. Let's say you read at least 1 chapter book, which I really, really hope some of you did. Over here, we have this check that we can drag over to the boxes. So I know I read at least 1 chapter book. So I'm going to go ahead and I'm going to click that check and I'm going to drag it over. And I can move it to get it right in the middle if I want. Okay, let's see. What else did I do? I finished a puzzle. I've done many puzzles. So I'm going to click this again. See, I still have my checkbox. And I'm going to move it over. Not quite there. So I'm going to drag it up and try to get into the box. And it doesn't have to be perfect, guys, but it's definitely a good way to practice how to use Google Slides. So that is dragging. You're going to go ahead and finish these slides. The majority of the slides have all of these skills that I've just taught you. They're just done in different ways. The last thing I need to tell you how to do is how to let your teachers see this document. Anytime you create something on a Google Drive, you're going to hear that a lot, or a Google Slide, once you're done, you're going to click this button up here that says Share. Right now, nobody can see what you made. So in order for your teacher to see it, you need to share it with them. You're going to click the word Share. And it's going to open it up. And you're going to have to type in your teacher's email address. My email address is right here. So whoever it is, let's say that Miss Huffman was my teacher, I would type in her email address. And then I would go ahead and I would click Send. If you wanted to type a message, hi, here is my All About Me assignment. You can, and that'll show up in an email to us. If not, you don't have to do a message. But you're going to go ahead and you're going to type your teacher's email address, and then you're going to click Send, and it will send it to them. And so I'm clicking Send, and now it's done. It says Person Added. So basically, this is a way for your teacher to see what you created. And that is your quick tutorial of how to use Google Slides. We talked about how to insert images, how to use your camera to insert images, how to use a website, or how to upload images, how to type in a text box, and how we always delete those directions that are in a text box. We also talked about how you can drag different items around on a Google Slide, and how to rename a copy and to share it with your teacher. This video will stay up in your Canvas course if you ever need to access it to recall how to do some of these strategies, and feel free to contact your teachers if you are struggling at all.